What a beauty.
Just let it eat.
Make your way into Nationals Park with us.
That is epic.
Great stuff. 71 degrees and going to get into the low 80s from what we've been told here this afternoon. Picture perfect day for baseball. And a tough test for the Nationals against this Dodgers starting nine. Ohtani, Tucker, Betts, and Freeman. Possible to have 4 Hall of Famers there. Kyle Tucker still some work to do, but loaded at the top, loaded at the bottom as well. With Andy Pages going well, those 9 will face Miles Mikolas, the 37-year-old out of Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah, 31 starts last season. Already made a start against the Cubs. Went okay, not great. Control's going to be the thing. You miss over the middle, they hammer.
Ohtani swinging first pitch and fouls it away left side. So we're underway at Nationals Park. We missed you. Place looks beautiful. John Turnauer and the grounds crew doing a great job with the field after a rough winter. Ohtani locked up on a slider diving down and in. 0-2. Shohei just 3 for 18 to begin the season. All 3 hits are singles. Has walked 7 times. And this Dodgers lineup overall, Franny, despite how loaded they are, not exactly clicking to begin the season just yet.
And still 4-2.
Yes.
I mean, that's got to come into play, right? I mean, it's as good of an offense as you'll ever find, but you can catch them at the right time. You just hope you catch them at the right time.
Yep. If you catch them at the wrong time, it could be ugly.
Yeah.
Mikolas is 1-2. In. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As I mentioned, the Nationals played well against the Dodgers last year. Had a +4 run differential against LA. They went 3-3 overall. And now the count goes full. Even when Ohtani's not fully locked, he'll make you work.
Yep.
The payoff pitch for Mikolas. In there for strike 3. Gabe Morales rips the pages, and Shohei Ohtani down on strikes to begin our home opener.
Well, fantastic start. Obviously throwing a lot of pitches in this, but front hip it. And a great job by Kabert. Look at him move his body, kind of show it a little bit more, as they say. What a receiving job on that one. Be patient, punch him out.
Here's Kyle Tucker, the addition to this already stacked Dodgers position player core. 4-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, Gold Glove Award winner, now in his 9th Major League season, and signed by LA to a 4-year, $240 million deal this offseason. A lot of talk about, would Tucker get $400 million? How long would the deal be? LA said, we'll go short with you, if you want to call it that, 4 years, but we'll load it up. $60 million per year on the AAV. And Tucker flips one over to third. There to make the play is Jorbit Vivas for the second out.
Well, let's look at that Nationals defense behind Miles Mikolas today with Dalen Lyle on the left field, Jacob Young in center, and James Wood. He's out in right. Vivas and Abrams on the left side, Nunez and Garcia Jr. on the right with Kabert behind the plate.
Two down, and a first pitch strike to Mookie Betts. Mookie now a 4-time World Series winner. And hits one out to right center. Well, Jacob Young will drift to it. And a perfect 1-2-3 first for Miles Mikolas. Doesn't care, he's facing a loaded order. Now the Nats will dig in. Here's the starting 9 for Blake Butera and Matt Borg-Schulte on the offensive end. Wood, Garcia, and Lyle the top 3. Brady House the DH today with C.J. Abrams in the 5 spot. Bottom half of Nunez, Bibas, Ruiz, and Young against the 26-year-old from New York, Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan, a 6th rounder in 2021, played his college ball at Boston College, and greeted by James Wood, lacing one out to center. Over and off the glove of Pages. James Wood will cruise into second, attacking the first pitch from Sheehan. And a leadoff double.
110 off the bat right there from James Wood. And how did Andy Pages almost catch this? Elevated four-seamer. I mean, he gets all over it. And look at Pages. That angle he took just off the... I mean, we almost went Brandon Marsh all over again.
Yeah.
That's a good way to start. Nice job for James.
Brings up Luis Garcia Jr.
Well, Emmett Sheehan, 6'5", 220 pounds. Let's see, 12 starts last year, 6-3 with a 2.82. He was phenomenal. Look at the strikeouts to innings pitched. 4-pitch mix. Really 2-pitch pitcher against the Diamondbacks in his first start with a fastball changeup. A lot of lefties.
Louis takes the changeup low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garcia 3 driven in through the Nationals' first 6 games played. Off the fist out to short. That'll move the runner. Betts will retire Garcia, but a productive out from Louis. And a good read by James Wood to get over to third with 1 out.
Well, let's check out the pitch arsenal for Emmett Sheehan. Like I said, he's fastball changeup, but the slider last year, a +11, one of the best sliders in the game in run value. 47% of the time on that four-seamer. You got slider, you see that 30% of the time last year. Used it less, more lefties in the lineup against the Diamondbacks in his first start. I'm trying to get used to this Dodger blue road uni.
It's an adjustment for sure. Infield comes in for LA here in the first. As Dalen Lyle looks at ball 1. Lyle, phenomenal start to the year, picking up where he left off last year, batting .407 on that first trip. Now count leverage 2-0.
You're going to see that, I mean, basically how he wants to work. Changeups down the zone, elevated four-seamers, top is, oh my. Who needs a blimp when you got the drone?
That stops you dead in your tracks right there.
I mean, it's breathtaking.
Lyle over to first. Coming to the plate is Wood. Then he slams on the brakes. Freeman taps the bag and Wood retreats. So at least the Nationals don't lose the lead runner there, or the runner at third in Wood. Freeman opted to just tap the bag, and then Wood went back.
Get the outs. That's what Freddie Freeman did. Stop him in his tracks. And he's got a cannon too, if you want to do it. Look at the wire cam. I gotta go back. What a view. Love that vantage point right there.
You like that break and then
no, Dan,
decision
I don't
by
like
James
it.
Wood?
Yeah, I do. Do you like it?
You're the analyst.
Am I?
I believe so.
Oh.
So Wood still down at third with 2 down for Brady House. Not a full-on contact play, I guess, because he was...
Well, it's the one that you have to read with your eyes. I mean, it's contact, but if it's hammered at a guy, one hopper to Freddie, you don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
So if you continue on, I mean, that's the one where you don't know. He could touch first and throw home still for a tag play.
In the dirt. Blocked back there by Will Smith. 2-1 now on House. Batting .348 on the young season. 1 homer, 3 driven in. Good take. Lays off the slider and earns himself a 3-1 count. Gabe Morales has the plate today. Doug Eddings, Willie Traynor, and Mike Malinsky on the bases. 3-1 pitch to House is taken for ball 4. So Brady House showing good patience with an RBI opportunity. And now they're at the corners for the Nats with 2 down.
Let's look at that Dodgers D, a +10 already in defensive runs saved. Already on the season. Teoscar Hernandez in left field. Eddie Paz in center. And Kyle Tucker, he is in right. Muncy, Betts left side. Alex Freeland, he's the new guy at second base with Freddie Freeman over at first. And Will Smith behind the plate.
Already the third walk drawn by Brady House this season. Now Abrams. Curveball spins in for strike one.
The rarity he throws that pitch, too. 6% of the time last year, he likes to kind of get you off the fastball early in the count with that.
Abrams lays off, was able to check, and it's 1-1. Good patience shown by the Nationals here in the first against Sheehan. 2-1 now to Abrams. This Nats team hitting .281 through their first 6 games. Second best batting average in baseball. Two and two.
That's why he loves to go to the changeup. It is a good swing and miss pitch. Lots of movement down. Same arm action.
Abrams a high fly ball to right. Back on it is Tucker. Still back. It's out of here. C.J. Abrams starts the home slate with a 3-inning, 3-hit, 3-run first inning bomb. I'm too excited. So are the 40,000 plus here as the Nats take an early 3-0 lead.
Elevate to celebrate. They go change up down, swing and miss. They try to go up top and away. And he jumps on this thing. 103 off the bat. And back-to-back at bats for him. 3-run bombs.
Had to lay out for that. We've missed it. The NATS Nats. They rip it off 3 times after that Abrams 3-run bomb.
I don't think I've heard it that loud since I've been doing this.
Yeah.
That was nice.
CJ now 9 driven in so far this season. And the Nationals continue to dominate with 2 outs. Nunez a roller over to first. Freeman will take it himself. But CJ Abrams sends this crowd into a frenzy.
Up and away, get on top. That's a top hand boogie. We love to see it. CJ knows it. At least he hopes. And it goes. And the bullpen let us know. 3 runs on the board for the good guys.
What a start for the Nats here in their home opener. Miles Mikolas goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first, needing just 10 pitches. And then C.J. Abrams launches a 3-run shot. Over to first.
Nice.
Louis kind of works around it, knocks it down. Miles over there in plenty of time. And they retire Freeman for the first out of the second.
People are going to see that as a bobble and, oh, man, that was ugly. That he got it done. Block it down. Just do the first thing. Great job by Louis. Expect it. Stay with it. It's all right. Got time, know your runner. Great job by Miles Mikolas to stay there and stretch. Be patient. Use your eyes. It's okay.
First 4 retired by Mikolas. Now gets Will Smith. Just misses down and away. Smith coming off the best offensive season of his career. Hit .296 last year. OPS over 900. And yet again, some big moments in the postseason for this guy.
I would say so. He hit it right underneath me.
Just wanted to say hi to you. Smith fouls it back, and it's 1-2.
That and the wire cam wanted to say hi. Hey. Some cool shots, man.
Yeah, we're going to be bringing you this wire cam all season long at Nationals Park. We're so fired up about it. Got the drone cam today and tomorrow.
I am not controlling the drone cam, though.
That's for the best.
No, I can do that. Flips and everything.
The 1-2 from Michaelis to Smith. Out to right. Chasing after it is Wood into the corner, and it goes foul.
I want to show you real quick with Luis Garcia. He blocks this ball down, but just watch as he's about to bring it up. His eyes go up, right? When you go to bare hand, make sure there. Just keep it down just for a half second. Nice job to recover on that, but you got to just make sure. Eyes stay down on the ball. You get it, grab it, then toss it over there to first. Great job by him to recover.
And knew he had time, too, with Freeman running. Didn't have to get too quick. Down and away with the sweeper. It's 2-2. Sky-high pop-up near our level. Jacob Young will get in and make the play, and there's 2 away in the second. So Michaelis in his first year as a National, as I said, 37 years of age. Spent the last 7 years with the Cardinals, but Franny, he has dominated in this ballpark. Career, 7 games, 6 starts at Nats Park. He's 5-2 with a 2.79 ERA. So even though he's never pitched here as the home pitcher, you think that's something that a guy has in his head when he takes the mound?
Hitters, same thing. You like the mound, you like anything that comes out here. There's something comfortable about, the fan. I don't know. But yeah, I think there's something to be said about it. I always think about pitchers like Kershaw for a long time. You'd see him out day before or whatever. They might be going through a line, after a win. He just stop on the mound to make sure he has the visuals of what it looked like back there.
Michaelis now ahead of Max Muncy, 0-2.
I mean, the shots that we have gotten already today.
Tremendous. Yeah. Look at this.
That is not creepy behind those people.
You did not pay for a ticket.
No.
Stay out. Line down the right field line, foul. We can get over their shoulder, see what they're having for lunch.
No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Love all the warnings around. There is a drone out here today.
Yes.
Please.
You have to warn the DC residents. In there for strike 3. Miles Michaelis with 2 called strikeouts through 2 perfect innings. And the Nats off to a great start in DC.
That's for $19.99 a month. Watch games at home or on the go and stay connected all year long. Visit nationals.tv for details.
Thank you, Franny.
You're welcome there, Dan.
We go bottom 2. Miles Michaelis, 2 clean innings on 23 pitches. The Nats get Emmett Sheehan right back onto the mound after he needed 20 pitches to get through his first. He'll face Bibas, Ruiz, and Young here in the second. Curveball stays out.
Fun little defensive placement right here. A little shaded up the middle for Mookie Betts, but Max Muncy way in at third base. Take away the bunt. Guy can handle the bat.
And he can control the strike zone too. 3-1.
That was one thing that Paul Taboni, Blake Butera talked about right away when they got Jorby. Not a lot of chase.
It's one down the right field line into the corner, and that's foul.
Couple in the first couple games here that have been just
a bit outside. Bibas has impressed so far. Worked some good ABs. He's played some second, played some third. And when you got a capable guy over there who can give Brady House a day that's not a day off because he's the DH, but get him off his feet a little bit. That'll be a good thing. Oh, yeah, there's the drone. You were waving up to the sky. I thought it was just you.
No, it was just weird.
Maybe the meds hadn't kicked in yet. I wasn't sure.
Oh, you go there. All right, I like it. Let's go. Yeah, been another 20 minutes there, Dan.
The 3-2 from Sheehan to Bibas. He's grounded right back to the pitcher, who stumbles a bit, but makes the play for out number 1. Check this out on our hot corner. 3+ run first innings for the Nationals so far. Through their first 7 games, the most in Major League Baseball.
First inning runs were hard to come by for the last couple of years. And finding yourself in deficits early, always trying to find the way back. Again, a lot of it, you think about roster construction, you think about lineup construction. Think about CJ in the 5-hole. Right? Not everybody's expecting that, like, oh, CJ's got to be at the top. Well, he's now 9 RBIs into the season, or RBI, however you want to say it. That's a big deal.
K-Baird in the 8th spot today. He's got a career home run against Sheehan in 2 at-bats. Takes the slider away. 2 balls, 1 strike. That Abrams 3-run homer came with 2 outs. The Nationals entered today with the best batting average in baseball with 2 outs. Ruiz hits a slow roller over to second. Play made by Freeland for the second out. 338 were the Nationals through their first 6 games with 2 outs. And Franny, you've talked about it, how 2-out RBI knocks are a hitting coach's best friends. The Nationals have just extended these innings and extended them and made pitchers work, and then brought runs across as a result.
Well, you think about the great teams. They are a problem with 2 outs because they just know how important getting that 3rd one is, right? They know how important it is to stay up there and make that guy work.
And that'll tack on to the batting average with 2 outs. Jacob Young, a single to left field. That'll turn the lineup over to James Wood.
I feel like a lot of it has been about the patience in those at-bats. Well, how about jumping on the first pitch right here for Jacob? Staying through that. Watch this. Foot down, length through the swing. And I feel like that is something that we are going to talk quite a bit about from Jacob Young because of that bat angle. His attack angle isn't in and out of the zone quickly. It is long through the zone.
So good speed on at first with 2 down. And now here's James Wood, who has 4 hits on the year, all 4 of them for extra bases. 1 homer, 3 doubles. 0-2. Light tower power possessed by James Wood.
Drone's calling it?
It's going to call James taking a pitch in the dirt and allowing Jacob Young to move up. Into scoring position is Young with 2 down.
No slider right at the feet. Just skips right underneath right there. And usually those are the ones that kick up just enough. And Will Smith fields it. Not in this case. Now it doesn't matter 120 off the bat. You can still score with the guy at second base.
Wood takes in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Important to make Sheehan work here early. This is a guy that, dating back to spring training and in his first start of the regular season, has seen his velocity drop from the first inning throughout the course of his outings. Mid-90s with that fastball in his first regular season start. Got down to 91, 92 later on. As Wood rolls over to first, Freeman will tap the bag and end the second. The Nats Still lead 3-0.
Nationals Park, Alexa here with you in the dugout. I caught up with Miles Mikolas in Philadelphia to ask about this home opening start for him. And he said, listen, we've been playing really well, and if we get a really good game against the Dodgers, that might put some people on notice if our hot start hasn't already to this point. He mentioned that the Dodgers were familiar foes, and he said, I might have an extra trick or two up my sleeve that they haven't seen yet, because they have seen a lot of me throughout the year. So that's something to keep an eye on. Also, he mentioned the fact that they have all of this bonding experience with downtime on the road and really helping the vibes in the clubhouse. Card games, music, time to hang out and really get to know each other. And he said that's one of the reasons that he feels like this team is gelling so well right now, Dan.
Good stuff, Alexa. Thank you very much. And this is what a veteran like Miles Mikolas can bring. We heard about it so much when Patrick Corbin was here his last few years, Franny. Not just the innings that he ate, but the way that he brought the team together. Dinners on the road, gatherings. Willing to foot the bill for meals and allow his team to bond. And that's what Miles Mikolas can bring too.
And it's huge, right? You exactly tell Miles Mikolas having two veteran guys, true veteran guys. Not 3-4 years in the big leagues veteran guys.
Yeah. Chopper off the plate. Bibas has to come get it. And can't get off a good throw there. Didn't have a grip.
Even a good throw. Teoscar Hernandez, he could fly, man. He gets going. He's smelling the hit. He's been struggling a little bit. He's going to try to find something right there. Great pitch. Miles Mikolas on the slider down and away, but then you're going to barehand it and watch where it creeps into that palm, pinky area. You look up and you don't see, like, I don't have a chance. You kind of ease up onto that. Nice job by Jorby just to roll it there.
Going lawn bowling.
Okay.
One on for Andy Pages, who takes ball one. This is one guy in the Dodgers lineup who's been locked in to start the season. Pages 9 for 21. OPS over 1,000. Hernandez off first after giving the Dodgers their first base runner of the day.
Bat tip is not straight up and down like it has been in recent years. A little flatter for Andy Pages.
The 2-0.
He'd be in the 5-hole. Like, I mean, the same thing you can say about a lot of guys on them.
Yes.
Right, 5, 3, maybe 2 in some places. But here, it's to lie in the weeds.
Got to be a great comfort to a guy who's still
Heck yeah.
in his third major league season, 25 years of age. Just hitting the 8 spot, take care of your business. And he draws a 4-pitch walk here to put 2 on with nobody out in the third. So Mikolas retired the first 6 that he faced, then the infield single and a 4-pitch walk.
And that's going to be the biggest thing against this team. Do not give them those free passes. You can't.
Hell yeah. That's incredible.
Exactly what you said there, Dan. I'm in.
We just haven't gotten
That used
shots
to be
like
the
this.
look, right?
Yeah,
From here?
That's true. Yeah, we used to have a look down South Capitol Street. Apartment buildings, condos, development in the Navy Yard area has blocked that out, but so many great visuals of our nation's capital. Alex Freeland with 2 on. Got 29 games with the Dodgers last year in his first MLB action. Changeup stays down and away, 1-1.
Good player, likes the ball down like most true lefties. In just recent weeks, changes hands really tight to his body early, and I'm gonna throw him out here a little bit. Maybe try to drive the ball a little bit. Try to go a little bit Bryce Terang from the Milwaukee Brewers. It's worked for Terang. It's worked for Freeland too.
Third round out of UCF back in 2022. Already a double and a homer for him this season.
Yeah, good adjustment.
The 1-2, grounded foul. Another Louisville boy along with Will Smith.
Say it again.
Louisville. Just all kind of meshes together.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's perfect, and perfect for you too. Aren't you Walker Buehler?
That's right.
Yep,
yes.
that's right.
Jason Worth telling people at the Kentucky Derby that I was Walker Buehler to get me into the owner's boxes. Going too far is Freelands. And a big strikeout there for Michaelis, his third K of the day. And the first out in the third.
Well, it's huge because you don't have the advancement of the runners, right? You can get the out and then have it second and third against the top half of this lineup. Look, you still have the double play ball. A pitch right there. Yeah, he did. That's a long stride. I feel like I could say that. I had a long stride when I was off balance. So it was often
the case.
Often.
Top of the order, Shohei Ohtani. Michaelis struck him out looking to start this ball game.
A little front hipper, I think, surprised the hitters. There's a little bit of the got something for him.
This ball's hammered, and this game's tied. Shohei Ohtani, first home run of the season. It's 3-3.
Well, the one thing you could do against this Dodger team is you change pace, but you can't do one thing: miss middle. And this ball stays right in the heart of the plate for Shohei Ohtani's 281st of his career.
Well, it was only a matter of time till the top half of this lineup got going. Ohtani, Freeman, and Tucker combined entering this series. A batting average of 185 and only one home run. And now Tucker follows up the game-tying homer with a single to center. So after setting down the first 6 that he faced, 4 of the last 5 have reached against Michaelis here in the third.
3 home run guys, 3-run home run guys. Not Miggy Rojas, but the guy behind him.
Swinging a tip off the bat of Betts, 0-1.
And that's the first one we've seen off of Kabert. Something that they have really worked on. He's gotten closer to the plate by about 6 inches. He's gotten lower and out of harm's way for the most part, and then this one just squares him up.
And the home plate umpire, Gabe Morales, giving Kabert a chance to make sure he's okay.
New mask for him, too. Has some springs, try to take away that. Try to soften the blow, not take it away.
This ball's hit far out to left center off the bat of Betts. Back at the wall and out of here. This Dodgers offense can put up crooked numbers in a hurry. And they've done so here in the third inning. They now lead 5-3.
Well, trying to run that sinker in off the plate. And Mookie Betts getting short with it. I mean, that's not even full extension right there. Well, Dalen Lyle's going to get up there and just out of the reach. A little higher, maybe one more step he's able to take and get over there. He tried, man. That was so close.
It's all started with the infield single by Teoscar Hernandez and the walk to Andy Pages. Bottom of the order, putting guys on for the top. Ohtani the 3-run shot, and now Betts gives the Dodgers the lead. Freeman a squibber right side. Michaelis lays out but can't get it. And a nice play over there by Nunez. 2 down.
Nassim, as he's running by, is like, Miles, man, like, I got that. Don't worry about me. You don't have to dive at this. Love the effort right here by Miles Michaelis. They'll be on the highlight tapes. Nice. Just don't get in the way. And Nassim making this look easy.
Two down for Will Smith, who looks at a curveball. One and one. One ball, two strikes. Curveball misses, and it's 2-2 and a long third inning from Michaelis.
I was about to say, this is the one thing that obviously they could put crooked numbers on you, but they could also just wear you down. That second time through.
Already 27 pitches in this frame alone. That'll back up James Wood in right. He has room. And the top of the third comes to an end, but not before the Dodgers get 5. They lead 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Luis Garcia Jr. to lead it off with Lyle and Alexa. What'd you think?
Dan, it was pretty cool. I rode into the ballpark in style today. You're right. It's kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah, I smell a little bit like horse, but that's okay. The dog was nuzzled up on me. We're best friends, Lulu, and the horses are 2,000 pounds each. They can haul 4,000 pounds each. They nap standing up. They sleep laying down. So I was learning all kinds of cool facts about Clydesdales.
Good stuff. And good stuff here from Garcia to lead off the bottom of the third as the Nationals try and answer back.
Nap standing up. Well, change up. They get it at the top. He gets underneath this one. They're trying to go down, and you can't miss up against Louis. Love the swing, the flat pass through the zone. Get on playing with that ball. Great swing by Luis Garcia Jr.
Well, Emmett Sheehan got handed a gift. 5 runs of support in that top of the third. And he'll get a ground ball here that should be 2. And it won't be. Mookie Betts sailed that one. And Dalen Lyle able to beat it out. Goes down as a 4-6 fielder's choice.
Well, change up again. Freeland to Mookie. Didn't like lead him that much. It shouldn't be that bad. But again, you think because it's hit so hard at 104 that you have time. Now with Dalen.
And another hard 90 put up by this Nationals team, which has been running the bases aggressively and to their manager's liking to start the season. I think that I was asked on the radio earlier this morning, Franny, what the biggest difference that we've seen is to start the year. I was told I told them that effort, hustle is the biggest one as Lyle moves up to second on a good dirt ball read into scoring position with 1 out. This team has just been working so hard defensively on base running drills, and we've seen it through the first 6 games. It's impacted things.
People want to be like, oh, who is Blake Butera? Blake Butera is what you're seeing on the field. And then pass that message through Corey Ray, who's the first base coach, and Victor Estevez, who's the third base coach, who continuously pepper the guys with this information. Hey, and staying on them. That's something that we have seen so far, right? The accountability factor, Victor right there, Blake there. Making sure that good or bad, we're going to point it out. But we got to point it out.
Yeah.
It's the development part here at the big league level.
1-2 to Brady House. Swings through a fastball for the second out.
Well, for C.J. Abrams, 2 bombs, back-to-back games. This one, a little bit off the plate away and down. But the stroke that he has is long to it and through it right there. And how about getting on top of one? Top hand boogie. C.J. knew it. 6 RBI, 2 at-bats.
That'll play.
Yes.
Lyle dancing around down at second.
But sometimes, you think about this, what we were talking about with the lineup construction and everything. We got used to CJ leading off, and there was a lot of just solo shots. You put him in a 5 spot, you get guys on base. Next thing you know, you got 9 RBI.
Great point. And, you know, CJ has a lot of abilities, talented player. His on-base skills, in terms of drawing walks, not really one of his strengths. So you put guys in front of him that are more adept at getting on.
So now 5-hole becomes a problem for teams, right? Because now you got to deal with CJ, and then you add in the speed factor. Does it mean that he's going to be there all year? No.
Down in the count, 0-2 to Sheehan here. Takes away. CJ now career against Emmett Sheehan. Just 4 at-bats, 3 for 4 with 2 homers.
What a shot.
The 1-2 to Abrams is rolled over foul.
It's like, how bad do you want to see like a bullet to right field for Kyle Tucker and then have wire cam follow Dalen Lyle all the way home?
Yeah.
See the whole play.
Going to show you a different angle in terms of watching games here at Nationals Park than you've ever seen from your couch. Curveball just missing. Will Smith tried to leave it in there. 2-2.
And that's the one that, like, front of the plate, you never know how it's going to be received. You know, that one, if he gets a little bit further back where they take it at midpoint, you're going, oh, that's going to be close for the ABS challenge system.
All off speed so far from Sheehan to Abrams, who lines one. Gloved by Freeland, who knocks it down. Lyle coming to the plate. The throw not in time. Dalen Lyle booking it from second to home. And C.J. Abrams has driven in all 4 Nats runs. They're back within 1.
Slider, changeup, slider, curveball, and then end him on a changeup. And C.J. just get the bat on the ball, hit hard enough in a good spot. And Victor Estevez, he was rolling Dalen Lyle on this the entire way. Head down, he knows it. Let's go. Keep the helmet on. Hey!
Make it 4 for 5 for Abrams' career off Sheehan. And a good answer back from the Nationals. Even if they get just the 1 here, get right back against LA. And give Miles Mikolas a little bit more chance to rest up after a lengthy top of the 3rd. Wasim Nunez with 1 down. 2 down, rather. Fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, to our point about the base running, I mean, that's a part of it, right? Don't take for granted your secondary. Doesn't matter if a ball's in the infield. You don't decide. Run hard.
And another 2-out RBI. Abrams a short lead as Nunez sends a squibber to the left side. Muncy will throw him out. And the Nats are done in the 3rd, but C.J. Abrams having himself a day so far in the Nats home opener. Make your way into Navy Yard towards Nationals Park. Strike 1 from Miles Mikolas. Now Max Muncy starting off the 4th.
Those people have not been advised, so they like weirded out.
Yeah. Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, it's our Nationals TV drone. Pitch up and in, knocks Muncy to his backside.
I feel like you got to go back in there. He's someone that will lean out there and try to hook something, drive someone out center field. If he feels it, double up in.
Big looping curveball hit foul. 1-2. So 28 pitches for Mikolas in that 5-run 3rd. Swing and a miss. Fastball past him. Mikolas has the first out in the 4th.
Well, how about the secondary right here for Dalen Lyle? In wire cam, look at him go. He's booking it. Victor Estevez right away, sending him. Oh, yeah. Those fans have never been on TV during that play because Wirecam has never been here. Love that.
Ground ball left side. Abrams will go to the backhand. Had a little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove.
Nice job.
And yet again, Teoscar Hernandez going to beat out an infield hit to the left side.
The part that I love, though, for CJ, backhand has been a problem, right? And getting there and getting to it. But a lot of times last year, we'd see him stop his feet and continue out towards that left field foul line. You see the angle that he created right there? Getting to it, trying to cut it off into the dirt. It's tough play. I just love the angles that he's already created this year that we've seen.
So Hernandez 2 for 2. Strike one to Andy Pages. Pages last year 27 homers, posted a 3.8 WAR, and all we hear from the Dodgers people is this guy's just getting better and better. More confident defensively. Franny, you talk about the adjustments he's made in the batter's box. This team is loaded with stars, and Andy Pages might be on his way to becoming one.
Yep. One of the biggest things reasons why they won the World Series was he was entered mid at bat last year, then made a dunk on Kike Hernandez.
Rush to left. If it's fair, it's another multi-run homer for LA, and it is. The 3-run shot by Ohtani, and now a pair of 2-run homers from Betts and Pages. And Andy Pages' second long ball of the year has put the Dodgers up 7-4.
And the home run beat still a factor for Miles Mikolas. 29 of them last year. Again, like the Ohtani changeup, this slider, look at that, right there in the middle, just backs up right in the zone, and he knew it right when he let go. Short to it, long through it, just exactly what Eddie Pages wanted on that one.
A walk,
way to set him up, Dan.
Well, yeah.
But there's truth. I mean, look, us broadcasters, we have to tell the story.
Andy Pages is a pretty darn good player.
Yes.
And now 10 for 22 to begin the season. 2 runs scored today, and the Dodgers now up by 3. Changeup makes it 1-2 to Alex Freeland. And again, the bottom of the Dodger order. You expect big things from Ohtani, Tucker, Betts, Freeman. But Hernandez, a couple infield hits, turning into a couple runs scored. Abrams behind the second base bag. He'll glove the one hopper and throw out Freeland.
New season, new swag. Join us Tuesday, April 7th to get a Nats batting practice pullover as the Cardinals come to the district. Get your tickets today at nationals.com/promos.
Ohtani a walk, or rather a strikeout and a 3-run homer, and he swings through the fastball for strike 1. And named the MVP 4 of the last 5 years.
Yeah, there it is. It should have, like, if you're the MVP, you should have multiple logos on the back. Call it, right? Like, you get the gold one for last year. Roberto Clemente, you get the 21 on your hat.
Right.
You should just signify it like a Buckeye.
Stack them. Yeah. He'd have those gold logos
everywhere.
A rainbow over his name. Good sinker, makes it 3-2. 55 homers in the regular season last year for Ohtani. 8 more in the postseason.
I still saw the greatest single game in the history of baseball.
Game 7 of the World Series?
No. His game. The individual game.
Oh, yeah.
Clincher against the Brewers, 3 homers, and then punched out 10. No big deal.
Another missile off his bat. That's past the diving Nunez into right center. Ohtani will stop at first as Wood gets to it quickly.
Great play by James.
Time now for today's Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. Ohtani and Judge last season. Drink it in.
Give me Ohtani because what he did on the mound, too.
Yep, came back to make 14 regular season starts and ended up on the mound for Game 7 of the World Series.
And then give me Judge because I don't want him to fight me.
So you want both?
That. Yeah, I want both.
Okay,
Yep.
You're getting greedy.
Yep.
Kyle Tucker pops it up.
I mean, the way that Aaron Judge affected the games, like both offensively, defensively, too, because he played it really good at right field, right? But then the impact that Ohtani has offensively and then pitching-wise, you're going, how could you go against it? You can't.
Yeah.
We're watching a real-life unicorn.
It's unreal watching him come off the mound on a day that he's pitching. Go right to the dugout where they have his gear waiting for him if he's going to lead off the next inning or bat first to begin the game. Goes right from the mound to the railing, puts on his gear, and then goes right to the batter's box.
It's like a pit stop in
Yeah.
F1.
Tucker, a high fly ball to left. Dalen Lyle will battle the sun, get around the side of it, and make the play. But the Dodgers get 2 more. They put up 7 runs in the last 2 innings, and they have a 7-4 lead. Shots that we get days, weeks, months in advance, and we replay for you. This is a live shot of D.C. And this city looking extra beautiful today for the home opener. Got the Spy Museum there in the foreground. And the pencil in the background. 7-8-9 for the Nats here in the bottom of the 4th. Bibas, Ruiz, and Young. City's looking pretty.
Oh my gosh.
After we got back from the road trip. Not peak bloom, just a few days after peak bloom, but the cherry blossom's still out and about.
Isn't this the weekend, too? Everyone comes out?
I mean, yes, crowds are everywhere. See some blossoms there on the left field concourse. And hey, there's Wirecam. We got you.
Oh. Do we get to name it?
I'll let you take care of those duties. Bibas looks at a fastball at the top of the zone. 3-1. Three and 2 now.
Good take. Well, I mean, if it's a strike right there, which he's not going to challenge on the whole thing, what it looks like for me is he knew exactly that I'm not going to do anything with a corner pitch right there in a 3-1 count.
Yeah. Well, he looked like he wanted to challenge the 3-0, and it was up. But do you want to challenge a 3-0 pitch leading off an inning with no one on? And it'll work out for Sheehan, who gets a ground ball to first.
Well, for Jacob Young on the road trip in Oppo, homer. His first of this season. Nice little double down line later on against the lefty. Jacob Young, early parts of this season, driving the ball, hitting the ball hard.
He bats behind Keibert Ruiz, who digs in with 1 out. Keibert a ground out to second in the 2nd inning. And a line drive to center here, coming on is Pages, and he makes a nice running catch.
Well, just wanted to, say this about Jacob Young. One thing they wanted to do when he got into the offseason, make sure that he had to pick up the bat speed. 68 last year. Look at this right now, 71.2, up 3 miles an hour. And the exit velocity is starting to follow, and that's what you want to see. Paying off. You can see the swing path, not as steep. Something that he worked on a little bit last year, trying to figure it out. Travis Fitta, who's now in the organization, and him spent the offseason in Driveline. And to me, having a little bit of time off, too, at the wrist, it's taken him to get back there, but feeling great.
The importance of not having so steep of a swing, just that he's not getting into and out of the strike zone so quickly that the bat stays in the zone longer.
A lot of ground balls from it.
He awaits a 2-0 from Sheehan and fouls it off. Little check swing. And if your bat is in the zone longer, maybe if you're guessing or you think a fastball is coming and it's off speed, gives you a greater chance to adjust to the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I just think about like Juan Soto and Juan's ability to stay in the zone and stay on plane with the pitch, not hook things foul, backspin balls because of it. Right, when you're in and out quickly, you're going to hit top part of the ball and go. Like, it allows your bat path to stay on top of the baseball, create that backspin.
Got a hitter's count here in a 3-1. Takes the slider for strike 2. Beyond those mechanical adjustments, Franny, he's been asked to do so much bunting in the past. Now these coaches telling him, we believe in you. You've made these adjustments. We like you as an offensive player. Go hit.
I think the biggest thing is the whole like put the ball in play just and hit ground balls for a guy that's fast. When you're a right-hander, it doesn't allow you. It's an out in the big leagues.
Yeah.
It's been an out this entire time, and he was almost 60% ground ball rate. You got to still be able to drive the ball. So the mentality shift, instead of just get the ball in play, right? It's drive the ball, impact the ball, do things, allow your athletic ability. He's twitchy.
On base twice today and drawing a 2-out walk to extend the 4th inning to Wood. Strike 1 with the curveball.
But I think with the freedom that you have as a hitter to know that you don't have to bunt all the time, you don't have to, ball and play, it allows you to not chase. That's the second walk of the season. He needs more of that.
Yep. Just 6 games played for JY, but OPS now of 886 after that walk. If he can just get on base enough and use those wheels, can impact a game.
I think the big part too is because of James, right? Like you add him, it's not just about the first at bat. How can you get guys on and be a problem, score from first on a double when James is up the second time through? He's about to do it.
Extends that lead a little bit after the pickoff attempt. Holds as Wood swings through a slider for strike 2. Big hack.
From up here, that bat path through the zone. Thought it was on.
Looking right down on Emmett Sheehan. Coming home with a 1-2. Wood got all tied up. Went too far. Yeah. Sheehan picks up his second strikeout. And the Nats still trail 7-4 to the 5th. 2. Why not? It's more fun in here, though. Miles Michaelis still out there for the Nats, top 5. Gets a slider in there to start the AB with Mookie Betts. Line drive past C.J. Abrams and into left center. So Mookie 2 for 3. Franny, a great start to the season for the Nationals, going 3 for 3 on that road trip. And Blake Butera saying earlier today he's got a clubhouse full of guys that are frankly a little perturbed that they didn't come back home 4-2 or even 5-1. Those 2 losses in Philadelphia, both by a single run. This team feels really good about where they're at coming into this first homestand.
Right, and one they gave the Phillies. Right, yep. One they tried to come back and almost get there, but one they gave the Phillies. I feel like that's the part where that sits with you. You like to see it matter.
Freddie Freeman, a high fly ball to right, and that one's gone as well. 4 homers for the Dodgers today. All of them multi-run shots, and Freddie Freeman has his second of the year. 9-4 Dodgers.
Like a little. It's almost like a little cutter. 90-mile-an-hour slider. 110 off the bat. That was high. 41-degree launch angle. But again, missed spot. Trying to go backdoor with it. Missed down and in. The other night watching the game against the Guardians, when he hit his first home run in his last at bat, it was like, ah, man. He's starting to find it.
Gus Varland starting to get loose in the Nationals bullpen. He mentioned the 29 home runs surrendered by Michaelis last year with the Cardinals. Gave up 1 in his first start at Wrigley Field. And now 4 here in his last 3 innings. Sinker in there to make it 2-2 to Will Smith. Just the nonstop pressure that the Dodgers put on you as well.
Now they have a +6 home run differential for the Dodgers. They haven't even got going, right?
Yeah.
And what ended up being -3 home run differential for the Nats going into this series. Already doubled. And it's not like the Nats haven't hit their homers. They've just given up too many. 14 on the year.
Staked to a 3-0 lead after that C.J. Abrams 3-run shot in the first. It's been almost all L.A. since. Still a long way to go. As Michaelis misses away, that'll fill the count. Busted bat goes splintering out towards third. Play made by Nunez to retire Smith for the first out.
You know, one things they have the luxury as the Dodgers is if one guy's not going, they got 8 other guys that they could do damage. Off the end, the weirdest feeling as a hitter. The moment that bat head just flies and you just got, oh man, what is this? It's not good.
Feel like you got a toothpick left in your hands?
It was started there as a toothpick already there, Dan.
Hey, you had how many career?
Well, that's it. That's what Willie Mays told me.
This one deep to right and off the big wall out there. James Wood going to play it well on a hop, and that'll stop Max Muncy in his tracks. Perfectly played out there by James, who's playing his first career game as a right fielder here at Nationals Park.
And he played that like he's played there for 10 years out there. Played the angle perfectly. Hanging breaking ball. There's Max Muncy leaning out. We talked about that earlier. When he got buzzed with that four seam, he'll start leaning out there. Try to get out there. Great footwork. Watch James turn. Footwork. And get it in quickly. Shut it down. Nice job by James Wood.
Simon Matthews out for a chat here. We were talking late in that series at Philadelphia about how the Nationals had been able to manage their bullpen pretty well despite not getting too much length from their starting rotation first turn through. That changed in a hurry as they had to use so many guys late in that game, Franny, on Sunday. Ended up going to extra innings. So even despite giving up the 9 runs so far, the Nationals are going to keep Miles Michaelis in this game here in the 5th. Try and get a little more out of him. Teoscar Hernandez with 1 on and 1 out. The Nationals considered using an opener today, as they did before Zach Littell pitched in Philadelphia. But Blake Butera admitting that that heavy bullpen usage didn't allow them to do so today. Out to right center, and this is going to split the gap and go all the way to the wall. From first comes Muncy. He'll score easily, and it's double digits for the Dodgers here in the 5th.
Well, right now that slider just looks like it's either yanked or it just spins. It just backs up again and up. And Teoscar Hernandez staying through it right there. A perfect example, not rolling over it. That's going to do it.
The Dodgers had scored just 3.8 runs per game through their first 6. Is it going to go through that gap? No. Take the aerial view. Well, the Dodgers have been traveling through the air through these first 5 innings. 4 homers, all of them multi-run homers. And they've knocked Miles Mikolas out after 4 1/3. It's Gus Varland here to face Andy Pages with 1 on and 1 out.
For Gus Varland. 1 game this season, 1 1/3 innings with a K. We talk about that induced vertical break, the vert, you'll hear me say.
Yep.
I mean, he was averaging 19 in his first game.
What would you
20.
consider to be, league average vert?
I wouldn't consider. The facts say 15.8 there, sir.
Okay. So 19, impressive. Off the hands. Andy Pages going to drop it out to right. They'll hold Hernandez at third, and they're at the corners now with 1 down.
But again, getting that, I feel like some of this is that opening day home opener jitters, where you got that excitement that you might, maybe for Miles Mikolas, maybe throw it a little harder than you normally do on something that just spins. You don't get the normal release on it. Gus Varland on that one just kind of spun a slider right there.
Two on for the number 9 man, Alex Freeland. Takes ball 1. Saw Pages break from first and then stop as Freeland takes ball 2. Hernandez the RBI double. He's at third, Pages at first. Lines down the line fair. Foul? Foul. Thought that was Doug Eddings pointing fair. Guess he had both hands up.
You need binoculars to see him?
I do, apparently.
The way he had it down made it look like from up here that he was pointing fair. Usually he goes straight up in the air. It's all right. It's the show.
3-1 now to Freeland, who takes ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Dodgers.
Something on that Pages base hit, though. The fact that James was playing a little deeper out there and he busted it in. He caused right away to shut it down over there at third base for Teoscar. Dino Hebel, one of the best third base coaches in the game, he saw that right away.
Look out here as Ohtani bats with them loaded. Takes strike 1. Three-run homer tied the game in the 3rd. Fastball at 96 for strike 2.
And you got to, like, really, you have to stay hard. You have to stay hard in. Don't let him get fully extended. He takes advantage of more mistakes. That's what good hitters do. Great hitters do. Not just about the good pitches, about what you do with the average ones.
Got him.
Stay hard. Atta baby.
3 straight heaters from Varland to Ohtani, and he has a 3-pitch strikeout.
97, 20-inch vert. Look at it. Looks like in our eyes right there, that perfect vantage point looked like a rose. It just stays on plane. Right, and so the hitter has to, you're going 20. The guy with the elite fastball in this game is Alex Vesia over there in their bullpen.
And he goes slider to start Kyle Tucker. The 9th Dodger to bat here in the 5th. what we used to call late life, right? That fastball that just stays on plane and looks like it's rising. Did not go, and it's 1-1.
No, that's spin. It's high spin.
So many terms for it now.
But that's part of it. You want to get part of the, the fan, part of the vernacular of what the players are hearing, what they know. We're going to speak that talk right here on Nationals TV.
Tucker fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Around the bases, Hernandez, Pages, and Freeland.
I meant to say Alex Vesia. I always screw it up the first time I say it. Then I go, I speak about him all the time on radio. Sorry, Alex and his family.
Sure he's really offended?
He might be. We're part of the Cal State system, all right?
You got to stick together.
Yep.
Tucker, a line drive through the right side, and the Dodgers will keep adding. They go station to station. Hernandez in to score, and it's 11-4.
And this is where I think people you cannot take a deep breath. This is what the pitch clock has also caused too. There's not a lot of time for guys coming in games to really get in the moment and feel it. Like, you got to make pitch after pitch against this team. Oh, and then you get a guy out or a guy gets on. It's like, now you got to face Mookie Betts, Hall of Famer.
Take strike 1. Yeah, we've talked about this the last couple of years, Franny, since they signed Ohtani. But Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman, 3 guys that sure seem like they're on track for Cooperstown. Now they add Kyle Tucker, guy who's already made the All-Star team 4 times, 2 Silver Sluggers, a Gold Glove. My goodness. Hit well to left. Lyle chasing after it, and on the track, he finally brings an end to the top of the 5th. 5 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and the Dodgers just keep adding. 11 runs in a 3-inning span for LA. They've taken an 11-4 lead as we go bottom 5. Garcia, Lyle, and House for the Nationals here in the home half.
You know what they've been able to do, 3 straight innings of multi-runs. You've had answer back in only 1. But it's allowed Emmett Sheehan to kind of get into a little bit of a groove. And that, you feel like if they have these young pitchers that are able to come up with all the stars that they have already on the mound, right? Eases up their, I don't have to make the perfect pitch all the time.
Yeah. Comfort that you must have as a young starting pitcher.
Yeah, and look, you don't want to give up runs. You don't want to give up 4 runs in 3 innings like Emmett Sheehan had done, but it happened. So how do you continue to go? Like, your team scores, you keep them in it, and you find that groove.
A 1-2 to Garcia. Hit up the middle. Mookie Betts will back up on it. And a strong throw to retire Garcia. Now it's time for our DirecTV New Era profile. It's on Dalen Lyle. Since the start of September last year, that batting average has not gone down from those crazy totals that he ended last season with. .395, OPS over 1100, and a hit in every game on that road trip.
He's going to challenge this one. Pitch down. Gonna be right, guaranteed. Come on, fans, here we go. Here we go.
It's a T-Mobile challenge, and it's not especially close. Good challenge.
Washington has 2 challenges remaining.
So it goes down as the first ABS challenge in Nats Park history.
Regular season-wise, yes. And a win.
1 for 1. He was confident when he did that, too.
Should be. 1-1 now.
A little bit of it too is he saw Will Smith's glove go down with it. You know, like Some of the stuff that we thought they were going to challenge against the Phillies, you saw JT work underneath the baseball and bring it up a little bit.
Got in his kitchen there.
He could beat it.
One hopper out to Betts, and Dale and Lyle going to keep that hitting streak going to start the season. A hit in all 7 now. And an infield single with 1 out.
And this is the stuff that he possesses. He's got great power. He's got great hitting skills all over the place. He can hit a ball hard. But how about 41 off the bat? He double hits it.
That's a double hit.
And look at Will Smith. Almost gets knocked, but this hits the label. And then the end. And once it hits there, like, you have no chance. That spin on that is crazy. That is the worst E6 I've ever heard. That might be one of the dumbest things I've seen already.
Tell us how you really feel.
I will say it.
With that speed and that amount of spin.
The double hit already takes it away.
That'll be overturned. They'll change that to an infield.
The fact that they have to try to overturn it is just dumb. Hitting streak alive.
As far as we're concerned, House into the hole. Gloved by Muncy, but he can't make a play.
That's an error.
That's an E5.
E5 for sure.
So Lyle and House on balls that don't leave the infield put 2 on with 1 out. And they've at least gotten this one right. That's an infield knock for Brady.
Well, the official scorekeeper here says single on both. That's me. It's another 3-run bomb here there. CJ, let's give a 7 RBI day. What do you think? You in?
I'm in.
Okay.
3-run homer, RBI single in the 3rd.
Pitch timer.
Haven't gotten many of those down the stretch of last year into this year. And the first one that we've seen here in 2026 in Nationals baseball. So a 1-0 count for Abrams. Not all that deep out to right center. Closing on it is Paez. And there's 2 down. It's crazy. The pitch clock's such a dramatic change to our game, like the ABS currently, and we don't even think about it anymore.
I have not looked at a clock. Like, I didn't even look at it. It was like, wait, what? What just happened? Because, again, everyone's kind of been conditioned. That's the part. That's how everyone was taught. We were younger. Right? Is the game. Move. Right? Tempo, tempo, tempo. It's amazing. It's ingrained in us now, and I love it. Love it.
Yassim Nunez bats with 2 on and 2 down. Nunez out to shallow right. Tucker froze. Now he comes in. And the Nats will strand 2 in the 5th. Opener after a 3-run shot by CJ Abrams in the 1st. It's been 11-1 Dodgers from there. Deficit is 7 for the home team as we go to the 6th. And after Gus Varland got the Nationals out of the 5th inning, now it's Ken Waldichuk.
And his 3rd outing, 1 in each series so far. Not a great start in Chicago, but allowed himself to get into that 2nd inning of work, and it was really good. 3 1/3 so far. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
And that clipped Freddie Freeman on the way by. So a leadoff base runner here in the 6th for LA.
And just ball takes off up and in. Clips off the elbow. Throwing elbow. That's not gonna feel good. A lot of curveballs that you're going to see. Cutter as well. Changeup, sweeper. Oh, swing and miss on the curveball.
Ball 1 to Will Smith. 2-0. Waldichuk having trouble finding the zone to begin his outing. Six straight balls, and it's 3-0 to Smith. This has been the issue for Waldichuk in his career, the commands. His last major league season was back in 2023 before injury. Walked 71 in 141 innings. And a 4-pitch walk to Smith. And quickly, here comes Simon Matthews.
A good little mound visit right away. Don't let this fester any longer. Good life on his fastball. He's just got to be able to control it in the zone. Good spots, lead up to that curveball.
Drone Guy doesn't care what the score is. He's having the time of his life. That's awesome.
What you used to get for a huge thing of helium with the blimp, get it with the drone, and then you get closer.
Fly a little faster. What a great view.
What a great day to get those views.
Yep. 2 on with nobody out for Max Muncy. There we go. Fouled off for strike one. We got Naz flying the drone for us today.
Nassim?
No, he's down there at second.
Oh.
Cutter in, fouled off left side, and it's 0-2. Fouled off.
Good mound visit so far. Get ahead. Finish him off right here.
One and two. Dodgers coming off their second straight World Series championship. First team in a quarter century to repeat as World Series champions. Rolled over to first. Garcia cut down the trail runner there. Nicely done by Louis to keep the double play in order. And gets Waldichuk the first out in the sixth.
Yeah, great decision made by Louis. Cut on. See that little motion he made? Said, yeah, cut on me. Backhand side. Great footwork. Great idea. Knowing speed of runner. And a good job by CJ. Let's check it out with wire cam. Oh, yeah, no big deal. Pull back. We could see the Dino Evil keeping Freddie Freeman there at third base. Just things that you get to see now.
Yep. So Freeman to third. Muncy reaches on the fielder's choice, and there's one out for Teoscar Hernandez. 2 infield singles and an RBI double for him. Good cutter. 0-2. Dodgers looking to join the A's in the 70s and the Yankees in the late 90s into 2000 as the only teams in the expansion era to three-peat. And they've got a payroll of $397 million according to Roster Resource this year, so not resting on their laurels. They're pushing all their chips to the center of the table, trying to win their third straight under Dave Roberts.
I mean, you become a villain. That's how game thrives when there's a villain.
It's true. These are the last 5 repeat champions.
Looks like it happens often, huh?
Tough to do. You get everybody's best shot when you win a title. Not to mention the toll that it takes on you physically, I'm sure, especially a pitching staff.
Well, those 2 years starting out in Korea and Japan, respectively.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, you add in that mileage, it's a different deal. They felt like they had way too much spring training this year. Not having to go overseas.
From 0-2 to 3-2 as the curveball misses up and away. Got him. Hernandez chases the curveball, and Waldichuk has the second out here in the 6th.
Way to stay with it if you're Ken Waldichuk. Good breaking ball. Started middle of the belt. Good job by Kaber keeping it there, right? Look how close Kaber is these days. Use it as a paddle. Finish it off.
Curveball misses to start Andy Pages. So the Nationals retire Hernandez for the first time today, looking to do that to Pages, who's walked, homered, and singled. Two and 0.
Mm. 2-0 challenge. Little cutter down and in. Big swing. Late movement. Beautiful.
Dodgers came from behind to win all 3 of their games against the Diamondbacks to begin the season. They were down 2-0 in all 3 of those games. Came back to sweep the D-backs, outscoring them 12-0 from the 5th inning on. Today they didn't wait quite that long. Cutter fouled off, and it's 2-2. 5 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and 4 in the 5th.
But they still had to come back.
Yeah, it's true. Got him. So Waldichuk battles back nicely. Allowed the first 2 to reach. Was struggling with the commands. Gets 2 Ks of Hernandez and Pages to get out of a jam.
DC Beer Fest is back from Saturday, April 11th. Taste beers from over 80 regional breweries at Nationals Park, plus live music, local food trucks, and more. Get your tickets today at nationals.com/beerfest.
Good day for a cold one. (11-4) as we go bottom 6. Bottom 3rd of the Nats order here. Bibas, Ruiz, and Young, as Emmett Sheehan tries to make it through the Nationals order 3rd time.
That error's still on the board. You haven't figured it out yet.
I have faith eventually. The 1-2 to Bibas. Taken high. I'm sure the Dodgers are loving seeing those 95s and 96s on the board for Emmett Sheehan here in the 6th inning. Mentioned the velocity drop that he's experienced from spring training into his first regular season start during an outing. Bibas pops it up. That'll get out of play. It's a guy that debuted in 2023 13 games for the Dodgers, including 11 starts. Then needed Tommy John surgery, missed all of 24. Returns to make 15 appearances, including 12 starts last year, and was dominant. A 2.82 ERA, sub-1 WHIP, and a 185 batting average against.
Yeah, righties and lefties both struggled. It wasn't just like one side of the plate he dominated. It was both. Coach Pryor, Mark Pryor.
Yeah, how cool is
phone?
that? Guy with elite stuff as a big league pitcher.
He's a 1-1. No big deal.
Bibas battling in a 2-strike count, and he'll battle some more. Reminds me of like when Greg Oden was a assistant coach at the collegiate basketball
Pacific.
level.
University of Pacific at Stockton.
Guy that was drafted as high as you can be, had some success at the major league level or the NBA level, battled injuries, then decided, I want to go back and coach. I'm not done yet. Bibas works the count full.
Sliders, four-seamer sliders. Try to drop in the curveball. One thing we haven't seen is the changeup, but I feel like 7-run lead, heater's coming.
The 3-2. It is a heater, and Bibas takes it high. Another pro at bat from the 25-year-old out of Venezuela, and he aboard leading off the 6th. Coming into the game, the Nationals offense pretty strong. 281 average, as I mentioned, second best in baseball. On base percentage 4th, same with slug, and 38 runs scored through 6 games. See if they can jumpstart that offense here in the middle innings. Try and creep their way back into this. At a minimum, force Dave Roberts to use some higher leverage relievers in the late innings. K-Bear takes the slider away, 2-0. As we see some action now in the LA bullpen.
Jack Dreyer.
With a host of lefties coming up after Jacob Young, who's on deck.
Was utilized a ton as a rookie last year. Dreyer was. And I feel like you look at guys like Sheehan and you look at guys like Jack Dreyer, what Vesia was for a long time till now. Obviously he has a good, getting paid a little bit more. But those rookie level contracts to kind of help out a little bit. Doesn't mean they need a whole lot.
Yeah.
They've invested wisely.
What did I say the number was? 397. 397 on that payroll? Yeah. K-Bear tried to check his swing, could not, and it's 2-2.
Mike Malinsky over there, he's third base umpire. He's ready to go every time. Did he? That's questionable. There, Mike. He went with the body. That's what he went with.
Big call there. Could have been 3-1. Instead, 2-2 now from Sheehan to Ruiz. It's popped up right side. Tucker will come in. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Jacob Young's having a nice afternoon so far. Singled to left field in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. This is the first game since Joey Wiemer's hot stretch that he's been out of the Nationals lineup for any. Right-handed pitcher on the mound, and Blake Butera going with the lineup that he was pretty confident he was going to use against right-handed pitchers to start the year, but when you're as hot as Joey Wiemer, you're forced your way into the lineup against some righties.
And do so the bottom part of the lineup, and I think that's a huge thing. A little smile from Joey. Where's the thumbs up, kid? The big Weem.
What a beginning to his Nationals career. 10 for 17, has drawn some walks. Been a force on the base paths, made an impact defensively.
I think the impact he has done on all the little things, backing up, running a ball down from right field all the way to center field to throw out the runner at third.
Young hits one pretty well out to center. Pages will move back and now fight the sun. Late leap to make the catch for out number 2.
I mean, you could see the sun blaring off his sunglasses. It's sunny out here and he wears his sunglasses. Go figure. Seen guys around the league not do that. That's a good one. Fighting it. And there's that little hop we've talked about, right? Just guys will do it to slow their head down.
That's going to do it for Emmett Sheehan. Goes 5 2/3 today, leaves in line for the win. And with James Wood coming up, it'll be a lefty out of the Dodgers bullpen. Wow, what a look.
Is that close to Dan's Landy?
Wow, rest in peace, Dan's Landing. Yeah, I used to do my sideline hits from up there somewhere. Gonna have an ABS challenge here. Will Smith didn't like the call. It's T-Mobile on our ABS, and Will Smith is correct.
The pitch is a strike. Los Angeles has 2 challenges remaining.
Again, you understand how Gabe Morales missed that one in his air quotes. That's missed. It's a great call. All but a tenth of the ball and has a ball.
Yeah.
Will Smith now 6 for 8. He's used it quite a bit.
Catchers have had good success to start the season in the ABS. Here's Jack Dreyer, 3rd appearance of the season. Left on left matchup for James Wood, who hits one well down the line. Foul. James a double in the first, came around to score on the Abrams homer. Since then, a ground out and a strikeout.
Fastball slider's got a curveball. He'll use that sparingly. Straight over the top, really. Is what you look at with him. Another one of those high vert guys. You see that ball right there. Stay on plane.
And it gets Wood for strike 3. So the Nats get the leadoff man aboard in the 6th. They cannot score. And the Dodgers stay on top 11-4. Ken Waldichuk still chucking.
Waldichucking.
See what I did there? Did you get that?
I did.
Alex Freeland will lead off for the Dodgers. Ohtani and Tucker to follow. See the score and the hit total for the Dodgers. 11 runs on 13 hits. You think it might be dominance from the outset for them today. Not the case. Miles Mikolas set down the first 6 hitters that he faced. 2 strikeouts, I should say, in those 6. And needed just 23 pitches through 2 scoreless innings. And then the Dodgers did what the Dodgers can do.
Do you know what happened?
What?
Franny's 1 for 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
they changed the Dale and Lyle error call to a hit.
That's right.
I had it written down as a hit on my scorecard, and I wasn't about to change it to an error.
Because no one cares about our score.
Curveball for strike 3, and a good start to the 7th for Waldichuk. Let's look at it again.
The double hit. Barrel. Well, let's go label. Then off the end. The moment it does that, you have no chance as a fielder. The spin rate on this thing is off the charts. You see what Mookie did right there. Look at this perfect vantage point. You catch it right there on the heel. It's spinning. You have no chance. Common sense takes over.
Pretty rare these days. 1 out in the 7th. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Couple strikeouts, a homer, and a single. Yeah, right over there?
I'm good.
I lock you up.
I'm good. Yep.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
Ohtani going to challenge that strike 2 call.
No, that's a strike.
It's ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it is a strike.
The call is confirmed. Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
So one challenge remaining for the Dodgers. The Nationals won their challenge, so they retain both of theirs, as you see on the tally marks bottom left of our score bug. Another ball roasted off Ohtani's bat. This one to left. Dalen Lyle over, and he makes a nice play. Starting to look more comfortable out there in left field all the time.
I just love the angle he takes. Right away, he goes back, gets the track, and it moves over. Knows that the spin's going that way. Eased into it nicely. No, we talk about Dalen playing well out there. What James has done out in right field, I've loved. They love us, Dan. They love us.
They're only human. Kyle Tucker, a deep fly ball to right, and this one's going to leave the yard as well. Dodgers have gone yard 5 times today. Kyle Tucker has his first as a Dodger, and it's 12-4.
For Kyle Tucker, his dominance on lefties continues. Last year was one of his worst years against lefties, but 900 close to it his entire career. Left on left. Sweeper, middle, engage.
First of what's sure to be many in a Dodger uniform for him.
100. I mean, you go 281, 148, 293, 369. The first 4 guys in the lineup. Career homers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then Will Smith has to get involved at being 130. That's it.
So this backs up your point. There are 21 active players in Major League Baseball with at least 1,000 plate appearances and a slugging percentage of 500 or better.
Yeah, they got 4 of them.
They have 4 of the 21 on their roster alone.
And it's not like it's 1,000 plate appearances for him, right? Like it's 5,000. It's
right.
It's insane numbers that you're looking at.
Right. Not just a red hot start to a career
Right.
that fizzles out.
No.
Freddie's got 369 career homers now.
Freddie's got 8,100 at bats. Right? Mookie's got 6,100. Tucker's at 2,800. Right? I mean, it's absurd the numbers they've accumulated, and it's not just a 1-year thing, 2-year thing. No. It's their whole career.
Bets out to short. Abrams will move to his left and throw out his fellow shortstop. And the Dodgers are done top 7. They get 1 more in the home half. 2-3-4 for the Nationals. Got the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. 12-4 Dodgers as we go bottom 7. Had some big moments in Nationals home opening history. Other than the team returning to D.C. to give our nation's capital a hometown team for the first time in 33 years, I don't know that there's been a better moment on home opening day than this one. Ryan Zimmerman to walk off the Braves back in 2008. The first game at Nationals Park ends in Zim 3 theatrics. Mr. Walkoff delivers. And what a start to this yard.
There it is. Go figure. Had to be Zim. Had to be Zim homering first in World Series history.
How fitting was that? I still wear his jersey around here.
I would. I still do.
Yep. And what do you know? We're going to have number 11 here with us on Monday and Tuesday as the Cardinals come to town.
Let's go.
Join us in the booth for those 2 broadcasts. Ryan, we're ready for you.
Well, ish. Ready-ish.
He texted us during yesterday's game. He was watching while on the treadmill.
Running. Fast.
Here's a former National and a teammate of Zim's and yours,
yes.
Franny. Blake Trinan
Already.
comes back to Nationals Park.
3 games, still disgusting. Starts all the way over on that third base side. Uses that sinker sweeper combo. What a career. Look at that far over. Creates angles in on you. It's a right-hander's nightmare.
Garcia hits one well out to right center. Pajes giving chase. He'll look up and play it off the wall. So Luis Garcia hammers a ball out to right center and ends up at second with a leadoff double.
On that angle he creates, just still miss up against Louis. He's going to take advantage of this. 92 corner in. Hands quick and short to it. What a swing by Luis Garcia Jr. And we know that when things are homers, we know when things are gappers from here in the blimp. Watching Andy Paz close in on that, my goodness. Thought there was like his ball, James's ball, no chance.
That guy can float. Got a couple center fielders that cover a lot of ground out there in this series. Dalen Lyle 1 for 3. There's the sweeper from Treinen, 0-2. The 8th National to get a hit in each of the team's first 7 games in team history.
Oh, if you were to name the other 7, Rendon's got to be there.
Soft line drive over to second. Garcia couldn't get a great read on it, but he heads back as Lyle's thrown out at first.
That is actually a heck of a read by Louis on that one.
I meant just from the sense of, you know, being indecisive, but he did hold his ground.
Like the right way to do it. All right, so would Denard be one of them?
That's a good guess. I like that. Being told that Josh Bell was the most recent one.
I'm either going Soriano, Felipe Lopez, that type of Dimitri Young, those kind of names. Nick Johnson, I would say normally, but like he probably walked 8 times in those first 8 games.
Trey, just based on overall batting average in a Nationals uni, probably a safe bet in there, maybe.
We named a lot of names there. Zim, let's just throw Zim in there because Zim, that's what Zim does.
We're getting no confirmation from the truck on any of these.
We're just blind. They ask us in our ears, and next thing you know, we just start speaking, you know, our knowledge.
It's like we're Chip Winfield's puppets up here in the booth.
Yep.
Brady House
Chip says I'm in.
Brady House has a 2-0 count. Now 3-0. Brady an infield single and a walk today. And draws another free pass. We love the way that Brady House is barreling baseballs dating back to spring training, Franny, but it's now, what did I say, 4 walks for Brady House already this season.
I want to see more. I just want to see more. I'm just loving what I'm seeing. It just looks like confidence too. Just the fact that the slow takes that he has. Blake Treinen is, for a right-hander, is a disaster. Like you go up there, it's a tough task. Ball moves everywhere. It's firm. And he did it with slow feet, slow eyes.
CJ, a 2-hopper over to second. Dodgers are going to try and turn it, and they will. 4-6-3 gets them out of the bottom of the 7th, and they remain up by 8.
Giants, get a free City Connect hockey jersey. Visit nationals.com/promos. I like to say it's my favorite crossover. Love it.
Rooftop views from down Half Street. To the 8th. Freeman, Smith, and Muncy due up for the Dodgers against a guy who came out to a strong walkout song. Forgot about Dre for Andre Granillo.
Let's not forget about him already.
Third appearance of the season for Andre, who gets a pop-up to shallow left. In is Lyle, back is Abrams, and the left fielder under for out number 1.
Nice way to start out there for Andre.
Well, if you're looking for a positive, if you're a Nationals fan in this 8-run deficit, we're positive people. The Nationals will not have to face Shohei Ohtani or Yoshinobu Yamamoto during this series, at least on the mounds.
Well, that's
they will
great.
face Shohei in the batter's box. But those two guys will not take the mound here at Nats Park.
Still got to face Glass now.
Yep.
And Roki Sasaki.
Yep.
But that next series they play against Toronto, I think Scherzer pitches against them, Cease.
That's going to be electric.
And then they go Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They go Shohei. They got their 3 big dogs on there. Like, that's that series. I love the fact that it is back there in Toronto.
Yeah.
What an epic World Series.
Max Muncy with 1 on and 1 out. I was over in Japan at the time, Franny. Allie and I were over there on our honeymoon, and we were watching as much as we could.
Which honeymoon?
At least
number 3?
The real one.
Yeah, the 3 one. Number 3.
The first 2 were just.
Those were you considered those.
It was like a mini moon and then a medium moon and then the honeymoon.
All right.
They were locked in over there, and you
Well, you sent me
understand why.
videos.
Yes, with Shohei and Yoshinobu and Roki Sasaki. There's Dodgers gear all over the place in Japan.
One of the home runs that Shohei had hit, you sent me the video of, like, the place reaction. He was like, wait, what time is it right now?
Yeah, it was like 10 in the morning.
Yes, they were going. They were in on it.
Yeah.
That part's awesome.
So I was watching from a unique vantage point. You
Yes.
were at all of those games, watching in person, and I cannot even imagine the atmosphere.
All the places, right? Like Dodger Stadium, for the first time, people were there early for Game 3. They had to stay late because of the 18-inning game, but
Yeah, boy, did they.
but it's just the way that all those games were played. I think there's 0 errors. If anything, it was 1 error the entire series. Perfectly played.
Just elite baseball.
The smallest margins were, or if you weren't right, like for Toronto on the play at IKF at home plate, that could have ended it. Right? Miguel Rojas makes one of the most incredible plays, staying on balance just enough to make a great throw.
The Andy Pajes catch in left center.
That he was
knocking
brought in.
over his left fielder, yeah.
He was brought in mid at bat. Like, there was so much that went on. The Bo Bichette 3-run home run off of Shohei, right? And you had Yoshinobu Yamamoto with one of the greatest 2-day performances that you could have for a pitcher.
Will Klein going, 4 innings out of the bullpen in that 18-inning game?
He was a baller in that.
Watch Nassim play out there. Flips it to CJ, and the Nats turn to 4-6-3. Andre Granillo rolls him up, and the Nats are out of the 8th. 12-4, Dodgers going bottom 8.
Grab your seats today at nationals.com/promos. The most distracting read I've ever had in my life there, Dan.
Yeah.
That drone shot just perfect.
You had your choice of looking at the paper in front of you or that drone shot.
So therefore, I memorized the paper and looked at the drone shot. My bad.
Smart move.
Yep.
We play on bottom 8 at Nationals Park. It's going to be Edgardo Enriquez for LA.
One game this year. He's 1-0 on the year with the inning pitched. 1 strikeout. You like velocity? How about 101? Average heater.
Is that all?
It's okay.
Ball's behind Nunez 3-0.
It is incredible what they're able to bring at you, right? One of their guys, one of their youngsters.
Not only do they throw money around, but they're a player development monster there. That's what Paul Taboni said he wants to create here in DC, where it's not just one wave of talent. You're not just paying for free agents all the time. You're developing your own guys. You're supplementing that roster. There's depth. 3-2 now on Nunez.
When you have the #1 farm system by so many accounts, right? It's not just one account, it's many.
Yeah.
Andrew Friedman went from Tampa and built over exactly what he had in Tampa, but with money.
Out to shallow right center. This is falling fast, and a hit for Nasim Nunez. Pages throws in behind him, but Nasim a leadoff single in the 8th.
Love the special. There it is, just a little bit off the end of the bat, and he knew it right away. He was thinking two. Watch Pages, short hop right into the pocket. That bounces away. Nasim was easy at second.
Corbett Bibas takes strike one. Franny, you and I have talked about this a lot off the air, about how the Dodgers have built this player development system, and it's through investing in coaching. It's through resources, and that's what the Nationals are trying to do now too, as Bibas singles to left, takes 100 the other way, and the Nats have 2 on with nobody out. But you can invest money in on-field talent in Major League players. You can also invest it in building a system that allows you to grow those players. And the Dodgers are doing both, but how do you get the #1 farm system in Major League Baseball? You've told me a lot of it is through the coaches that they've hired.
Yep. They don't get a lot. All their coaches, they move around throughout the years. Your eyes are on everybody.
By that you mean from one affiliate to another?
Yeah. And then look, they have the same thing, alignment from top to bottom. A lot of coaches will, for a while, Aaron Bates, who's one of their hitting coaches, one of my good buddies, he'd go from big leagues to the minor leagues, check out some guys, make sure that they're doing the same type of things. And when you have that type of alignment, you're not surprised when you get to the big leagues. You're not doing something new.
Everybody's speaking the same language.
Same language all the time. Chris Woodward, first base coach, former Ranger manager.
Pulled down the line, fair ball off the bat of Keibert Ruiz. Nasim Nunez will get waved home. Stop sign held up for Bibas, but the Nationals get one back here in the 8th. It's 12-5, and they've got 2 in scoring position with nobody down.
Well, nice job right here by Keibert. This is 101 in. To keep your hands so close and tight to the body allows for him to square that up and keep it fair. What a great job by Keibert. That's getting short to it. What a read by Jorby. He forced the issue, forced the envelope for Victor Estevez.
Make him stop you. So the bottom of the order getting the job done here in the 8th inning. Now Jacob Young with 2 in scoring position. Keibert's 4th RBI of the season. On the ground left side, that'll bring in another run. Muncy will get the sure out and throw out Young. 12-6.
I feel like another hard hit ball too by Jacob. That ends up being 94, so not a hard hit, but just off. It doesn't matter. It's just start to square it up more and more. Get into pitches, do what you're supposed to do. A little elevation on that, and you got yourself a double.
Power on power here. And Enriquez starts James Wood with a slider for ball 1. Two and 0. Called accurately by Gabe Morales. Three and 0 now. And a 4-pitch walk. That's to take all the base runners they can get at this point. Try and make this thing interesting.
Well, biggest thing is, can you get another guy up in the pen? Can you get another look? I think it almost paid off in that Philly series when you saw Alvarado come in for game 1. Right, you got to look there, and the next thing you know, you pushed it, and then you had another look at it. Jose Alvarado on Wednesday. Great at bats.
What a day. Phenomenal crowd here today. Expect that through the weekend. So 2 on with 1 out for Luis Garcia Jr. as the Nationals try and claw a little closer. Slider lands this time for strike 1.
Dodgers are going to go double barrel in there. That's Vesia and Ben Casparius.
Fastball at 101 makes it 0-2.
Challenging the strike call.
Louis going to challenge though. This was close. Clips the edge of the zone.
Confirmed. Washington has 1 challenge remaining.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, that's a big flip too, right, that he was trying to get.
Yeah, don't hate that challenge.
Oh.
Battle mode now for Louis. And he's down on strikes. Nasty slider there by Enriquez.
Yeah, they didn't want to miss up again. Best slider of the day right here for Enriquez. Oof. Gearing up for 101, get 86.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
Inning falls to Dalen Lyle with 2 on and 2 out. Backs away from the slider, 1-0. As Freddie mentions, the lefty Vesia, the righty Casparius.
That's what we like to call the game number 7 double barrel.
Robert's not messing around. Slider clips the outside edge. Dalen didn't like it.
You got that farthest on the edge there, Gabe? I don't know. Challenge me.
The 1-2 fouled off.
That's a big thing though, right? Is swings, you could say you got that as a strike. Like if I took it, you could always ask that. But now when you look back and be like, that's farthest off, you're going? I don't know. the question with the question answer is going to be great now.
Popped up left side. Muncy the call, and he squeezes it for the 3rd out. So the Nationals get 2 in the 8th, but the Dodgers stay up by 6 as we go to the top 9 we go. Dodgers lead by 6. Look at this shot coming from the yards.
It's awesome.
Got another guy returning to Nationals Park. Alex Call, traded to the Dodgers last year at the deadline. Parts of 4 seasons with the Nats. Hit 243, 4 homers, 19 driven in.
He's a world champ.
He is indeed.
It's a bigger arm guard he's left with. Look at that thing.
Had a nice postseason for them. Nationals sent him to LA at the deadline for Sean-Paul Lignan and Eric Swan. And does there what he did so often in a Nationals uniform. Draws a walk. 4 pitches from Andre Granillo. Talking to Alex briefly on the field before the game. Asked him, what was your favorite part of the post-World Series I don't know, tour around LA. He said Mookie Betts threw a party at his house. Got the whole thing catered. He said Mookie's house is just insane. There's bowling alleys in there. The guy loves bowling. They just
no wonder he's got 300 games. He's practicing at home.
I know. So call aboard for Andy Pages.
Alex Call made the most of his time here in Washington. Allowed himself to be wanted by many.
Pages, a ground ball up the middle. Yeah, it'll sneak through into center. 2 on with nobody out for the Dodgers.
Eight times. 7, 8, 9 have been on in this game. That's including a pinch hit right there for Alex Call getting on there. Teoscar 3 knocks with a double, a homer from Pages. Go along with his 4 hits. So 9 times, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot to add in Pages' hit right there. It's usually what you got to do.
And 5 of their 12 runs scored.
A lot like the game 1 win in Philadelphia. 9 times on base for Nats 7, 8, 9. Allowed for them just to extend leads and continue on. Put the pressure on.
Really changes the feel of the game, doesn't it?
It does.
Freeland backs away from the slider, and it's 3-0. Everybody in the Dodgers lineup with at least 1 hit today, except for the 9-hitter Freeland. Taken up and away. So the Dodgers have them loaded here in the 9th. Great crowd today, as we've mentioned. 41,161.
There we go.
The announced crowd.
Can you guys not acknowledge me here? Hello. There we go. A couple of them. Not going to wave. Rally cap early.
So what happens is we're losing game 1 of the series, but we're going to come back. We're going to win game 2 and 3.
I'm subscribing to the Nationals.tv right now.
And they are not even watching.
And they are just enjoying the beverage on a warm day.
Skipping out of work and enjoying an annual tradition here in our nation's capital. So they're loaded for Shohei Ohtani yet again. Not where you want to live if you're a Nationals pitcher. Shohei, the 3-run homer in the 3rd. A single in the 4th. A couple strikeouts and a line out as well.
Strikeout came with the bases loaded.
Out to center. Jacob Young will back up, and he has room. Tagging and coming in to score is Alex Call. Also moving up, Andy Pages. And Shohei Ohtani, 4 driven in today as the Dodgers extend their lead.
I don't know anything about like hitting one off the end or getting jammed and hitting one to the track and center. Couldn't tell you what that feels like there, Dan.
This guy can. Give him 673 career RBI here in the majors. Kyle Tucker pops one up, so stay on the infield. Four guys come in. The second baseman Nunez takes it, and there's 2 out.
Well, great job by Nasim, and especially because you're having to go up that little hill at the pitcher's mound. So many guys trip, stumble on it. He made that with ease. And he called that early. He wanted that.
Slider spins in for strike 1 to Mookie Betts. So Ohtani, Tucker, Betts, and Freeman, their top 4 hitters, all with a home run today.
Just how they drew it up.
Firmly over to third. Bibas, a nice play, and Louis picks it on the back end. Got a long hop, hung with it, and the Nationals allow 1 in the 9th.
Well, watch the reaction. Watch the reaction. Stay low on that for Jorby.
We've just never gotten these looks before. It's incredible.
Yeah, amazing. Go back in time and see the difference. How much it's changed.
Ben Kasparius gets the 9th for the Dodgers. Brady House to lead it off. Our guy Daryl Player, who runs our on-field cam, sent me a picture a few years ago, Franny, of the area facing out towards the Anacostia here.
Slightly different?
Slightly different than what it looks like today. I think he took that picture back when the ballpark opened in 2008. There was just nothing out there. Dirt and rocks. Now it's stunning out there. 2 balls, 1 strike as Brady House tries to pick up his second hit of the day to go along with 2 walks. Got up for a fastball and hit it well out to left center, but Pages can fly.
104 off the bat, 23-degree launch angle. Sure, the numbers on that would say expected hit probability, probably like 80+%. His angles, his jumps are really, really good. They have stood out today, like we get to see all the time with Jacob Young.
The plus of being in this broadcast position here at Nationals Park, Franny, being this high up in the blimp, as we call it, is you get to watch the routes develop for these outfielders. Seeing how quickly Andy Pages gets those legs moving and how fast he can close is just impressive.
Yep.
0-2 on C.J. Abrams. Right in there with the changeup. So after losing a series to the Guardians at home over the weekend, the Dodgers 1 out away from improving to 5-2. Got our Nationals postgame coverage coming up next. Alexa Datt will take you through this home opener. Getting her acclimated to the home camera well here.
Is that named after you?
No, just the landing, which is now shut down for good, tragically. Nasim Nunez will try and extend this game. It'll be Jake Irvin for the Nationals tomorrow, bet against Tyler Glasnow. And Sunday in the series finale, Foster Griffin and Roki Sasaki. Love it.
Lurking.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The only problem would be if that got in the sun, it was part of the shadow that was going over. You just see it moving.
Count goes full. 6 runs on 11 hits for the Nationals today. You put up those offensive totals, you feel pretty good about winning, but the Dodgers, just too much thump. Nunez, a fly ball to right. And that'll do it. The Dodgers come into Nationals Park and spoil the home opener. 13-6 our final score today, Franny. And just a rough one after a good start to this ball game for Miles Mikolas. 2 really good innings, and then the Dodgers pounced on him.
Well, we talk about 27 outs on the road and how hard it is to get. Well, when you go up against a Dodger team, those 27 outs, it is a fight. And they showed it. The amount of times that they get on base, they found ways to get, moving and infield hits. But the 5 multi-run homer or 4 multi-run homers they hit today, huge difference.
13-6 our final score today. For Kevin Franzen and Alexa Datt, I'm Dan Kolko. Stay tuned for Nationals post-game coverage coming up next with Alexa. This has been a presentation of the Washington Nationals. Dodgers win.